Apparently, you can now edit video in Lightroom. This has been an update that has actually been out for a while. I just never really knew it was something you could do. So I played around with it and decided to see who it was for and maybe where and why you would want to use this. Because you can't edit video in terms of cutting it together. You can't edit together a video like I wouldn't edit this YouTube video in Lightroom. But what you can do is use it for color grading. You can use the same adjustments if you have presets. In fact, you can apply them to your photos right from Lightroom, to your videos, I should say. Now, they don't have the full functionality of the Lightroom suite. You can just use the standard exposure adjustments as well as color, and as long as your presets don't use any masking or any crazy effects, you can use the same presets you'd use on your photos on your videos. Now, for any videos that I take in general that I'm editing, whatever it be, if I'm editing it properly, I'm gonna edit it on my desktop, I'll use DaVinci, I'll use something like that, color grade it to how I want. But if I'm editing on the go, if I'm making a couple videos, shooting on my phone, then uploading them to TikTok, to Reels, to YouTube Shorts, stuff like that, and I want them to have more of an aesthetic feel, if I want them color graded like how I would color grade something, or just to be a little more stylized, maybe, just maybe, I would jump into Lightroom, import them like you would import any other photo, and then just apply the adjustments, export them as an MP4, and then cut it together in whatever video editing application you use. And yes, you're probably right in that those editing applications that you're cutting your video together in do allow for exposure adjustments, for color adjustments, but they, in my experience, they don't have quite the accuracy, the fine-tunedness, and the ability to properly color and tone and edit your footage how you might like. I really like the results that came out of Lightroom. I played around with it a bit. I made a preset, actually. This wasn't even my idea. This was turned on to me through my girlfriend who suggested this, who was trying to do it, and I ended up making a preset for her to use on some videos. And if you want to check out that preset, I'll have it for like, I don't know, like $1 on my store. You can check that out. If you don't want to bother going through making this preset for yourself, you can just download it, call it a day, use it on both your photos and your videos. So that way your iPhone footage will suck less, because I find it can be quite washed out, quite overexposed sometimes, or it just doesn't have that. It's a good starting level, but it doesn't have that feel to it. And this is why I would use Lightroom to color grade, to edit my videos, is I would use it to create a look, to create a more of a feeling and a mood to your footage. Now, this can be easily overdone, and you can change the intensity of the presets just like you're used to in Lightroom. So if it's a little too high, you can adjust it. You can adjust the sliders to make it how you want and suit your footage. But this is something that I've started playing around with and will probably use to color grade most of my iPhone footage going forward, at least whenever I'm shooting on a phone and uploading from a phone and editing on a phone. It is one extra step, but in my opinion, it's not too time consuming, especially if you have a preset that you've either made or one that you've bought, and you can just slap it on it, export it. It takes 30 seconds to do, and then you're good to go, and then you can edit it however you would want to beyond that. Because sometimes I find some of these other editing applications, you can adjust these things, but the quality starts to fall apart when you do. And for some reason, I think Lightroom, much like photo editing, they've just got it really dialed in. They know how it's done, and they do a really good job with it. So I'm pretty happy with how the results turn out whenever I do color grade videos on my phone. But let me know your thoughts. Is this something you would do? Do you think it's a waste of time? Do you think this feature was never needed? Did you know this feature existed? Consider subscribing to join along this journey with me. Work hard, rest often, and I'll see you on the next one.